pays to listen. Now, back to Aaron and Mayumi Muller on the Lifestyle Business Owner Show.
Hello, this is Aaron Muller. When it comes to success in life and business, it matters who you take advice from. And that's why I want you to know about my extraordinary wife and co-host, Mayumi Muller. Mayumi is the quintessential cosmopolitan success story. Born in Japan and raised in the United States, Mayumi's Japanese and African American heritage has helped her learn how to connect with people from highly diverse cultures and backgrounds. Following her coursework at the University of Washington, Mayumi pursued a career in modeling, working professionally in major metropolitan areas throughout the United States and Europe. During this time, Mayumi cultivated an elegance, charm, and winning attitude that crowned her Mrs. Washington State in 1995 and landed her less than 5 places away from achieving Mrs. America. Since that time, Mayumi has raised 5 amazing children while attaining to the highest levels of success in every field she's entered. A President's Award-winning real estate agent for John L. Scott for 10 years, the top sales rep of a Fortune 500 company, owner of 8 multi-million-dollar businesses, and the world's #1 trainer in self-running business ownership. Learn the secrets to success in life and business from this amazing woman at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy website, lboacademy.com. That's lboacademy.com. Why build a business when you can build a lifestyle?
Well, thank you, my dear.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
So we are on our LBO segment, which stands for the Lifestyle Business Owner. And this is where we talk about how to buy a business, grow your profits, and make it run without you. Who wouldn't want to do that?
All of us should want to do that. If you're a business owner, that's where you need to be.
Yep.
So today, let's talk about the dreaded.
What is that 8-letter word? The dreaded 8-letter word.
Yes. Let's talk about the dreaded 8-letter word for most all business owners.
It's a bad
Can you guys
word.
guess what it is?
It's a bad word.
Employees.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, well, they don't have to be that bad.
Bum, bum, bum.
They can be challenging, but we all have this challenge in our businesses as small business owners. Mm-hmm. Number one complaint I get every day is, I just hate having employees. It's so challenging. Well, it's a lot like having teenagers. Sometimes I hate having teenagers.
They're challenging.
They can also be rewarding too, right? So employees can be rewarding, and employees can make your life a lot easier.
That's true.
So it all comes down to, where do you find the best employees? How do you motivate the best employees, and keep them?
How do you keep them?
How do you keep them? How do you get them helping you be more productive and more successful in your life and not hating having employees?
Yep.
So I'm going to tell you guys the number one rule to start out with when you're getting an employee to come on board with you, to start that relationship out right with people is, first off, never promise something you cannot deliver. That will create so many problems for you in the future if you are so desperate in finding employees that you'll say anything in that interview to get them to work for you, and then you don't deliver, because it'll always come back and bite you. Absolutely. And we're in a market right now with employees are just so difficult to come by, and finding good ones even harder to come by. And so, you're tempted to say things that you can't do. So you need to make sure that you're very, very honest, you're very straight. And I'll tell you one reason why we've been so successful in a lot of our businesses, Mayumi, like especially in the automotive industry, is a lot of these people out there running these types of businesses will say whatever they have to do to get these good employees to come on board, and then they don't deliver, and then it just creates resentment, low productivity, and then eventually they'll leave.
Yep. It also creates the bad energy amongst the other team members that you might have that you like having them work for you, right?
Yeah, because they'll start talking.
They'll start talking
somebody can become
and start
a cancer
putting things in. Somebody could become cancer. Absolutely.
So definitely be honest with people.
And, full transparency. I think that's why we've been successful with our businesses is we're very transparent.
Sure.
We don't have anything to hide. And, honesty is really the best policy. I mean, obviously, you don't have to show them all your financials.
But you know what?
But you need to be honest with them.
You know what, though? I'd say that it's not a bad thing to share your financials. Let them be part of the business. And that's the whole point is these people are your team, right? And how does, like a good example would be in the NFL. What if the coaches never showed them the playbook? right? I mean, they said, hey, just run these plays, but I'm not going to show you the entire playbook, right?
Because they didn't trust the player to know that maybe he might go show someone else.
Yeah, you know what? You have to trust these people. They got to understand. And you know what? What can anybody usually do with this information anyways? It's usually not that private, or it's not that big of a deal where somebody's going to be like, oh gosh, I'm going to ruin your business because I know what your financials are. I mean, what it does is it gets everybody on board with what your whole ultimate goal is in your business.
Absolutely. And, you know, how do you find the good ones, and what do you look for, right? When you're trying to find a good employee, what do you look for? So I guess it depends on the position that you're looking at hiring for. And I would say, you know, put out ads. And that's how you're going to get the people, right? You're going to put out information of exactly what you're looking for. And then when you bring them in, first you're going to, what's the process? You're going to eliminate it by getting their applications and seeing if they actually can do what they're going to be hired for. But what we do is, you know, we do have a system, again, systemizing, kind of like what Mike said in the last segment. We have a system of how we hire employees that we utilize for all of our companies.
Yeah, you know, I mean, first off, when I'm placing an ad on somewhere, you need to attract people, right? So there are tons of help wanted ads out there, and so you know, places like Indeed,
Monster,
ZipRecruiter. I even use Craigslist still, but you know what you're trying to do is you're trying to key in on the things that most people are unhappy with, right, in your industry. So you got to think about it. An example,
like words that trigger.
Trigger words. And so that's what we do. Like a lot of times we'll, you know, a lot of people don't like their environment, right? They don't have an upbeat environment. They don't have positivity there. They know everyone's grumpy all the time. So if you focus on, you know, upbeat and, you know, motivated, you know, business,
friendly
team
environment.
They're going to say, wow, that sounds like a fun place to work or a great place to work. It's not like what I have. You know, let's say you're in the computer industry and hey, you know, super free food and beverages and a relaxed environment, naps at noon, you know, like that might be something that will attract somebody. So first off, you just got to make sure that you're triggering in on what the weaknesses of your other companies in your industry have out there that people that the best talent is going to be attracted to. So
and
make
you
sure
know it. You're going to hear it. You know what when they bring their car in. If you own an auto shop and you know they're from somewhere else, they don't take their physical car. Maybe they need to bring it into a shop, and they're like, you know, it's so everyone's like always in a bad mood where I work, or you know, even the clients aren't happy, you know. So then now you know that the environment is not friendly, the culture is not friendly. So again, find those words that are going to trigger the right applicant to come and apply for your position.
Yep. And then again, deliver, you know. So if you're going to advertise this stuff, it's got to be real, you know. So make sure you're aligned with whatever you're marketing to get these new people, you know, to come work for you. And then let's talk about how you manage people, right? It's
I like this.
It's sports, you know, like
it's
same
like a
thing.
team.
Yeah, I mean, this is your team, right? So I played baseball, and I had coaches. I was a catcher, and I loved my coaches that were I'm hard on myself, right? So I'm always critiquing myself constantly, and I do it in business, but I also did it a lot in sports, and so. When I would make an error, like I would throw the ball over the pitcher's head or whatever, you know, to first base, I would be so hard on myself and so angry. I'd be like, you know what, take me out. This is a problem, you know. But the best coaches for me were the ones that said, you know what, Aaron, don't worry about it, man. Like, you're fine. Just stay in there. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. And the next play, I was fine, and I totally got out of my head, right? But I had a coach once that was so critical of somebody overthrowing the ball, he'd start yelling at you and screaming at you just because you did this thing that you obviously are not trying to do wrong. But this coach was just a tyrant, right? And completely ruined me in baseball. To this day, my head's messed up. I can't even throw a baseball to my kid. He completely managed me incorrectly. He didn't understand who I was and how I managed myself. And so he decided to, you know, just be a jerk and ruined my productivity and success in that sport. It's the same thing in business. If you have a boss that, you know, is up on you and you know that you're getting stuff done, you're putting in extra hours, do you really need somebody writing you? So you got to think like that, you know, find out what motivates that employee and what is going to get them actually working harder and better for you. And some people want to be micromanaged.
And you can't manage all of your employees the same way.
That's what I'm
It's like
saying.
the team, like you're saying, the coach. Coaches need to really identify, and employers need to identify what their hot buttons are. So for me, my hot button is words of affirmation. I need to know from my boss that I'm doing a good job. I need to know that there's a certificate that I can win, because for me, it's not the money. Because I know that if I'm the top producing agent or the top producing sales rep, the money's going to come.
Yeah, you're already making
You're
the
already
money.
making the money, but I need words of affirmation. So,
Oh, hold on. Babe,
what?
you're doing great, babe.
Oh, thank you. See,
Oh, I just had to
like
tell you
that. No, I like that. And you know you're doing well, but you also want somebody to give you the, and some people are motivated by gifts, some people are motivated by money. So really identify and understand that person that you're interviewing or that works for you. Understand them and cater to what's going to make them drive forward.
Yeah, and when we're talking about managing, too, we're talking about even just their schedule, right? So you know that they're coming in and the work takes 8 hours in the day that you need to get something done, or actually it's not even about hours, right? So it could be like they need to get this project done, and they know that they're going to get it done no matter what by the deadline. But if you're up on that person the entire time trying to find out, like, are they done yet? Are they done that? Have you done yet? And they haven't even started, but they know that they're going to get it done, and they've proven that to you. Why would you continue to harp on someone that has never proved you wrong? If now in managing, if people aren't delivering what you need, then that's when you start managing in that way.
Right. Again, the person, you give two people that are completely different the same task or project. One person might start it the day that their boss gives them the assignment. The other person might start it 3 days before, but guess what? Both people will finish it by the deadline.
Yep.
It's just, you don't need to micromanage the process. All right. Well, you know what? Next, we're going to go to our Ask Aaron segment, where business people all across the world write into us and ask myself and Aaron questions about the street smarts of small business. If you've missed any of our show today or would like to write in to us or listen to us, go to lboradio.com, and also make sure you guys follow us on The Lifestyle Business Owner on Facebook and Instagram. You can also listen to The Lifestyle Business Owner Show anytime, anywhere on lboradio.com.
We'll be right back with more of the Lifestyle Business Owner Show after this brief break here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL. Log on to lboradio.com while you listen to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show. Now back to Aaron and Mayumi Muller.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Mayumi. And if you want to achieve your goals in life and business, right? Why not learn from someone who was born to be an entrepreneur, someone with the uncommon business sense, the tenacity, and the track record of success to prove it? My husband and co-host, Aaron Muller. As a child, Aaron developed an interest in small business ownership from his family's marina on San Juan Island. From the start, Aaron was driven to seek a business opportunity and attain entrepreneurial success. His very first business venture was catching and selling shrimp at the docks when he was only 10 years old. While his peers were preparing to enter 7th grade, Aaron opened a bumper rental company catering to the San Juan's ample tourist traffic. Aaron's first real job came in high school, but by the time he graduated, he had earned enough to purchase half of the company. Over the past 30 years, Aaron has gone on to start and buy over 20 companies in the Pacific Northwest and now owns 8 multi-million-dollar businesses. Aaron is the world's premier trainer in self-running business ownership and the author of the Lifestyle Business Owner book, which lays out the principles for making a 6-figure income by working as little as 5 hours a week. Learn how to achieve your goals from this phenomenal business mind at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy website, where you can learn all kinds of amazing business knowledge. Visit lboacademy.com and take your life in an extraordinary new direction. That's lboacademy.com. Why build a business when you can build a lifestyle?
Exactly. Thank you, Mayumi. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
What do you say we get to the questions from our listeners?
Would love to. So the first question is from Inder from Bellevue, Washington. Hey there. He's our homie.
What's up, Ender?
Yep. So favorite way to follow us is Instagram. The question is, how do you come up with good marketing ideas? I'm interested in the process you go through in your head to generate good marketing ideas.
Well, you don't want to get in my head. I'll tell you right now.
It's a mess.
Yeah. I say, when I'm
It's an organized mess.
Well, it is. I am constantly thinking about marketing. Like that's just something I do. I'll drive and I'll be like, I'll think about how people are buying, how I like to buy and how my friends like to buy. So I'm always listening to people around me and trying to come up with what really, gets them excited and what gets me excited, right? So you have to first look at yourself and understand your demographics and who they are, because, you might be a certain demographic. So you got to think about like that too, that you're only going to buy, but how many people are in that demographic, right? So just always think really logically, if you can, about what makes somebody buy something, or what makes you buy something, or what makes your family buy something, your friends, and what they say about that. And so then think of ways of doing it. You don't need to try to reinvent anything, right?
Absolutely.
And so with marketing, I don't try to be, so out there in left field, because I'm not that smart and I'm not that creative. But what I am is very, what's that word? Observant. I just try to be very observant of what people make decisions based off of, and just researching things that way. And that's how I do it.
That's
it's
great.
nothing really fancy.
No, good question. And I agree with you. I mean, think about how you like to buy. I mean, I think, like you said, start with yourself. So thank you so much, Inder, for your question. So the next question is from Alex in Snoqualmie, Washington. Favorite way to follow us is on Facebook. So his question is, how much money should I be spending on marketing, and how much is too little, and how much is too much?
Well, Alex, I know because you're from Snoqualmie, you're probably going to the casino quite a bit, because there's a pretty nice casino over there.
It's pretty fun.
So
Good
I'm going to
food.
first tell you, save your money. Stop going to the casino, Alex. Stop it, man.
Don't go.
Spend more money on marketing. I would say there's not really an exact science to this, right? And you want your marketing to work, right? So it's all about, are you getting a return on it? So when you do something, try to put tracking numbers on what you do. Like I use a call8.com and I just buy tracking numbers, or, organizations like Yelp or whatever, they will put a tracking number on it for you, and start looking at that data and looking at what's happening. And then you look at who actually comes in for those products, right? So then you can really start gauging, is that marketing working, right? Or the numbers of people that are calling you, or the numbers of people that are buying from you based off of whatever you're doing. There's so many analytics anymore, right?
Right.
So, a lot of digital marketing, there's massive analytics, right? And you can put even software on your websites to see where people are going and find out where they came from. So if you just take the time, and this is where small business owners especially, just don't take the time, and then it's like a shotgun approach. They just start buying stuff, and they think that the more money they spend, the more business they're going to get. And that's just not the case.
Yep.
I find that I had a budget one time that was $3,000. This is an auto repair shop, right? And I had a budget of $3,000 a week on advertising, and normally I'd spend $3,000 the entire month on most of my auto shops, but I had a partner in there, and they wanted to grow really fast and make it all and so I didn't know any better, or I just wanted to try it. It was cool, to me. I was like, okay, wow, I got this unlimited budget basically. I didn't gain any more from that $3,000 a week budget than I had from spending my $3,000 in the entire month. And so it was a great lesson for me. I always say every lesson I get, it's like additional college, knowledge that I never went to college from, but it's better than college. And what I found was that very strategic, inexpensive marketing works really great in small business. As your business gets bigger, now your budgets can get up there and get higher, right? And so it's all relative to your business size and everything. But if you spent 5%, or that would be probably quite a bit of money on your advertising for a month or so. But you could be like at 3%, right? So just keep it in that 5 to 3% on most cases, and then you're going to be in good shape. If you get too high up there, it doesn't necessarily mean. And then you got to be able to deal with the business, right? So if you
Right.
get all this, you spend all this money on marketing, and you're getting too much business. Now you got to start changing your operation and fix that part. So there's all kinds of elements to this whole question that you got to look at. It's a bigger picture
and
than
keep
that.
track too. Keep track of where your money's going, and keep track
Always.
of the response that you're getting for the marketing that you're doing. So great question, Alex. Thank you. So the next one's from Brent from Las Vegas, Nevada, which is I
Dude,
love Vegas.
another gambler.
I want to go to Vegas. Okay, this is a long question, so
All right.
bear with me, guys. The favorite way to follow us is YouTube. So his question is, I am an avid reader, and I read lots of books on business, the economy, and investment strategies. I just finished your book, and I have to say it's one of the best books I've read.
He's lying.
Well, thank you, Brent. So here's my question. There are so many business experts and investment experts out there, and sometimes they can say contradictory things. One expert thinks the stock market is going to keep going up, and another expert thinks a crash is coming. One expert thinks gold is going up, and the other expert thinks gold is going down. One expert thinks that you should work 10 times harder, and another expert thinks you should aim for a work-life balance. With so many experts saying opposite things, how do I know who is the right one, or what is the right program to follow? Great question.
Yeah, well, basically what I got out of that is nobody's an expert.
Yep. Yep.
You know, everybody's got their different experience levels and expertise, right? And so really look at like their past, right? Or their background and what they've been successful at, right? If they're claiming to be an expert in something, but they haven't actually produce results and are successful in whatever realm that they're talking. So a great example is the stock market. I mean, who the heck, who's really an expert in the stock market? I mean, I don't think anybody is, because it goes up and down and they don't even know what's going to happen. It's like the weather, right? So are they really experts? They know how to analyze data, right? So you can't say, oh, well, I know it's going to go high, or like these Bitcoin people. I mean, think about that, man. Like it's under $10,000. I don't know where it's at right now, but it was all these experts saying it's going to get up to $100,000. Are they experts? No, they're people that invested in something that they now want to sell and get people to buy so that it will go up to $100,000, right? So, where is this expert getting his knowledge from? What are they, what's their experience level for you to take them legitimately? So make sure your expert that you're listening to isn't really truly an expert in whatever they're in. And then follow what's right for you.
No, I agree. You have to do what's right. You know what? Yeah, it's important to 10 times everything. But then on the other hand, people want the lifestyle business owner. So thank you all for listening to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. If you miss any of our show, make sure you go to lboradio.com, and you can listen to it anytime, anywhere. Again, we want to thank Mike for being on the show this morning, and next week our guest is a small business owner that is in the beginning stages of bringing a product to market.
Thanks for listening to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business with Aaron and Mayumi Muller. You can submit your questions to be answered on the show at lboradio.com. That's lboradio.com. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 for the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, right here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.